Hi guys, this is Tech Howdy. I welcome you to another video tutorial on creating an ASP.NET Core application with Angular 7. In the last video tutorial, we finished coding the confirmation email functionality. So whenever a new user registers in our application, we will send them a confirmation email with a confirmation link. Once the link is clicked, the user will be redirected to the account confirmation page, and then the user can log into his account. But we had a problem where once we log in, it doesn't remain persistent anymore. So let's fix that issue first. So I'm trying to log in with the user credential that we created in the last video tutorial. So we know that this account is confirmed, and now we have logged in successfully. And once again, if you have not watched the last video tutorial, I have fixed the issue for the username not being displayed in the navigation tab. That's because if you go to your account service, all you have to do is you need to set the username and user role. When you set the username and user role, you need to get it from the local storage and then set it on your behavior subject object. So every time it can emit the current value. Since we didn't add these two lines of code, the value was never set to these objects, and therefore whenever we logged in, the value was not displayed. That's the username. Also, now to make this login persistent, which is when we refresh, we are logged out, and if you go to inspect tab, we have our JWT token already set inside the local storage. So and a token expiry is for 1 hour. So a token is valid. That means once logged in for at least an hour, the user should not be able to log out like on automatically. Well, he can click on the logout button and log out, but this application will not log out the user. That means because the JWT token is valid. So let's go back to account service and then scroll over to this check login status. Here we have set this to false, which means every time the value of login status is requested, it's always going to send the value as false, which means that the user is not logged in. Therefore, whenever you refresh, it's going to log out the user. To fix this, first thing that we want to do is we want to set a condition inside the check login status method. So let's go ahead and set this condition. So what's this condition going to be? Let's create a variable, call this login cookie. And then where is this login cookie stored? So inside the local storage of our browser, we want to get the item whose key is login status. So we have set a item whose key is login status and the value is 1, which means that the user is logged in. If the value is 0, that means the user is not logged in. If the value is 0 or null, means that the user is not logged in. So we have to get this item login status, and this is a key, so it's going to be inside a string. And we have now assigned the value here. So now since this key is not boolean, it's 1 or it's 0, which is a numeric value, so we need to make sure that we set a condition over here which will make sure if this login cookie is equal to 1, which means that the user is logged in, then what we want to do is we want to return true. Else, whatever the value is, whether it's null, undefined, or whether it's 0, you return false. Now let's save this, go back to our application. And as you see, now this error has been fixed and now our login remains persistent. Now let me log out and demonstrate to you again. So let me just go Tech Howdy and let me click test_1. That's my password. Click submit. I have my username displayed there. I refresh this and I'm still logged in. I can go to different views, but I have not yet created the product view. So it's redirecting me to the default view, which is home. But now our login remains persistent. So whenever I click refresh, I am not logged out. So now guys, we have fixed this issue, but we also need to implement AuthGuard so that we can attach this uh, cookie, which is our local storage cookie item, that is username and the JWT cookie. We need to attach it to the header, HTTP header. So whenever we make requests to any views that require authorization, please note authentication is completed. That means the user is logged in. But to view products, we also need to make sure that the user is authorized to view those products component, because we have role-based authorization, and therefore we need to attach the user role, the token, which is basically encoded inside this token. We need to attach it to the HTTP header whenever we make request. So we will learn that in the next video tutorial. Let's just keep this video tutorial to fix this issue of this login remaining persistent. Once again, I will push this code inside the DevOps repo. So if you want, you can download it, or you can just go ahead and add or fix this error here, which is basically adding this condition, and you should see that you would not be logged in automatically from your application. So guys, that's it for this video tutorial. Please like and subscribe my channel, and also don't forget that the code is available in DevOps repos. Thank you.